Hello guys. So today I'm going to be showing you how to lay out your project or your thesis or your paper. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so basically this is what I have. Doesn't have to be the same thing with yours, just an example. Alright, so I have my chapter 1 to be introduction, chapter 2 to be my literature review, chapter 3 methodology, and on like that. So this space will be for my table of content. So I'm going to be showing you how to generate automatic table of content based on the styling in your page, in your document. So right now I'll click on the first header, right? Okay, let me just put a dummy text, just a dummy text. Just something, repeat it all through. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to click on heading. So we're in home right now. This is the home tab. You come to the styles and then you click on the heading you want. For the chapter, the appropriate heading will be heading 1. Alright, so each heading has their own styling. So this already has the Calibri light, the 16 size. I'm going to right click and then modify, and then I'm going to have 14 times newsroom. I want it to be bold, right? And then automatically update. So the reason for this is if I make any changes to this heading, it should affect every part of the document where this heading style has been used. So I'm going to just increase the spacing, click on OK, right? So the next thing I want, of course, I want this to be centered. I'll click on center. Okay. Now, most time you will see numbering in the chapter number. So I'll come to this and then I'll define my own level of define new multi-level list. So my heading 1 should be chapter 1. Yes. Most time what you see here is figure 1. So I've already edited this document. So if yours is showing chapter 1 as in figure 1 and not this ONE1, then you come here, you type this 1 in letters. Okay, right, so that is cool already. I think I've set this to level 2 should have this 1.1 and then 2.1, and then level 3 heading should have 1.1.1, and then level 4 I selected none. The reason being I don't want my level 4 to have numbering. So alright, so I have chapter 1. So what I'll do right now is to apply that styling to every of my heading. Okay, so one thing is I want my chapter heading to be all caps. So I'll go to modify, and then I'm going to select format. I'm going to font, select all caps. So that will put it in capital letters. So every other part to be changed accordingly, be updated accordingly. And that's because we selected automatically update. Yes. So I have this. So most time you will have other levels of heading too. So for example, in your introduction, you have background, right? At some point, you might have aim and objective, aim and objectives, on and on like that. So probably right under aim, you have aim on its own, and then you have objective. This might not be correct, but I'm trying to use this to show you the levels. Yes. Alright, so this will be heading 2. See? So heading 2 also has its own styling. I'll come here, I'll modify size 12. Yes. Of course, my spacing. It should be like this. I'm okay with the indentation. Automatically update. Alright. So I want it to be bold. Okay. Yes. I have that. So now I'm going to give this numbering. Okay, so this may not work. So I'll go to my multi-level. Yes, can you see? So this will be my heading 2. Also give it a styling. It should be 1.2. Okay. Yes. Now this will be level 3. So I'll just paste something down in here too. Then my level 3. This will be heading 3. I'll also modify heading 3. So I will have automatic. All right. So for the body of the work, you will notice it's still in Calibri and then size 11. Okay, so there is a styling for that too, which is your this first one. So what I'll do is just to modify. So every part of my document, every other part aside the headings, they are in this format. So what I'll just do is to modify and then automatically update the changes. So I'll click on Times News Roman size 12. It shouldn't be bold, of course, it should be justified. Alright. And then which other thing? You might check the paragraph to see what settings you want to make, the spacing before each paragraph, and then after. Mm, Okay, line spacing. Let's make it double line. Most projects are double line. Alright, so I'll click on OK. Can you see? It will automatically change everything. Okay, so right now let's go, excuse me. Let's go ahead and insert our table of contents. The interesting part. Okay. Go to references, table of contents, automatic. So just depend on your styling, right? I think I would like this too. Okay, so this wouldn't work if you haven't styled your documents. So it picks the styling, each level, chapter 1, introduction, background, and then you can see the numbering too, right? So you might want to change, because this also uses the normal size, sorry, the normal styling, and that's why you see this lot of space here. So you might want to reduce the one for this and change it to probably no spacing. This looks cool. Alright, so I'm going to remove this one, and then we have this. We want to change this to here. Okay, so this is it, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope this is useful for you in any way. Okay, thank you very much for watching.